Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Hey, how you doing? High fives, fist bumps, and how are you? How are you? And welcome to Effed Up Radio, another episode. I am one of your hosts, Dave Lashady.
This is Twigs Rivera.
And we are going to just be jumping right into what's going on today because we actually got some people paying attention, or we got some people looking at us. I wouldn't even say paying attention. We got some people looking in there. They're asking some questions, putting some things in the comment. And
much appreciated, by the way.
Very much appreciated. We want to make sure we address that.
And we also appreciate the critique because we definitely want to grow.
Yes. Because who doesn't want to grow as a person? Right? So at the end of the day, I grew up as a Michael Jackson fan. I personally had all of his vinyls. Yeah, I know that's showing my age a little bit, but I grew up with all his vinyls, and I've had each one as a kid. And through the years, I never took a side when he was going through his hardships. You know, I still appreciate his music. But what I'm trying to say is, in this Effed Up Radio podcast, we try our best to give you the funny, no matter who it is, no matter what it is. Like, we try to make you laugh the best we can. And when we do reaction videos, that's just our personal opinion on how we feel about something. If it comes out as a little offensive, that's not intentional, but sometimes we like to joke around. And this platform is based on a open, free mind and no judgment area. So we have no problem answering questions. We have no problem talking to anybody. So we appreciate each and every one of you that subscribes, and we appreciate each and every one of you that left a comment.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, seriously, you guys really came through, and it was nice hearing from a lot of you guys. We got a couple of thumbs up, a couple of thumbs down, and it's all fair with the game. When we did the video, naturally it's we try to approach everything, excuse me, in a very comedic fashion. So we're gonna make our jokes, and some jokes are easier to make than others. But that being said, I know no one should be low. What's the right term? Anyhow,
no, don't take anything serious.
Yeah,
especially on this show. Like we're here to have fun.
We realized we are viewing very talented people, far so that these things were made decades ago, and we're still speaking about it today. So we realize, what's new.
Very different worlds.
What's at hand, and so when we make our jokes, it's honest. It's in God honest lightheartedness.
Very much. So we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you for watching. And today we are going to be going through movies that we thought were pretty good in the 90s.
We wanted to create a top 5, but it was hard to break down because, it depends on the genre.
So many.
And so we try to keep it closer to blockbusters, things that were fairly popular in the 90s as far as top 5 movies. And so these are, some of the ones we narrowed down.
Malcolm X is first on the list. I remember seeing this when it came out. I was fairly young, let's say, and I was old enough to understand what it meant at that point in time, because being the way I looked at my age and 6 feet, everybody was scared of that guy. So no matter how much you put a smile on your face, some people just make an excuse to attack you. But I thought it was a very good movie. It portrayed Malcolm X to the best of my knowledge. It's like I didn't read up a lot about Malcolm X except for in school, but it was a pretty good movie. I liked it, and he got Denzel Washington got a lot of Academy Awards for it. Like got a Best Actor, and I think the director Spike Lee got a few awards for it.
Yeah, this I definitely have to go and visit again. I do not remember watching this movie. However, I do remember some imagery of it, so I'm sure that I've seen posters of it or maybe even commercials of it. But I am definitely gonna go ahead and visit this and come back with on my take on the movie.
Well, yeah. Well, I hope anybody who's never seen it take a look at it. I know sometimes it's hard to watch things that's so close to reality, but it's a very good story. If you ever read the book about Malcolm X, it's pretty accurate. Well, it's pretty close to the book, I should say. And the whole situation is just so, like, you really got to pay attention. You know, that's all I can say. You just really got to pay attention. Because if I give up too much, they're gonna be like, "Oh, spoilers! You spoiled it! Spoiled it!"
Yeah, I'm actually here in anticipation. I'm hoping you don't give away too much out of it.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give up too much. But the movie is pretty. It's pretty up there. It came out.
Oof, there's a lot going on now at that point.
Oh yeah, it came out back in '92. So 1992 was a very different place from now. You know, it's like and I was there. I've seen it all happen. But
look what this is.
Yeah, a lot of people's favorite was Wesley Snipes and the first Blade.
Snipes, man.
Yeah,
his only weakness. Taxes.
Not daylight, but taxes. Who needs a steak? Call the government. But Wesley was he's a pretty good dude. That was a pretty good movie back in the 90s. Everybody wanted to be dressed like Blade and be a vampire back then. So he's kind of what pushed the line. Man,
it was badass. His haircut, he had this really funky thing going on the side.
Yeah, everybody was up on it after that. Like, vampires, let's watch some vampire movies. Like,
everybody was clubbing, looking like vampires.
Yeah, and then that song that's in the movie is literally playing through the whole movie. You just don't realize it. It's like it's a 2-hour song.
It really is.
Yeah,
that's the soundtrack.
Yep, that one song
loops around.
It's just. You know, you've heard it before. I'm not going to do it now because we're a new channel. So
there were 3 of these bad boys, right?
Yes, there's a trilogy, 1, 2, and I forgot what the other one was called. Trilogy. It was Trinity. Okay. That was the third one.
Seriously, okay.
Okay, so I remember sometimes.
Oh yeah, I remember the old man that worked with him that helped him make the
the first one.
Yeah,
Whistler.
That's right. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Shit,
oh man. Hey, Blade is actually a Marvel created character.
Yeah. That I know.
He had his own comic book for years before.
Wasn't he doing
it became a movie?
Wasn't he fighting Spider-Man or Wolverine? I think it was Wolverine.
Yeah, he was fighting Wolverine a lot. Right. He actually fought Spider-Man a few times, even after he changed.
So I was correct on both.
Yeah, so like he went through the whole list, you know.
Oh, wait a second. What's this?
This looks like Jurassic Park.
Oh, why are you doing that accent?
Because you have to say, I haven't seen it in a while, so I forget a lot of the people's accents. But it's Jurassic Park. Pretty good movie, like especially for people that like dinosaurs.
It was a cool premise, man. Taking the DNA of a dinosaur and putting that in. I forgot what they did. Well, they took the DNA from, they extracted fossils of a mosquito, right?
Yeah.
That drank the blood of a dinosaur.
That they found in the amber.
That's funky stuff, man.
Yeah, but that's how it starts, man. Like, and then you start messing with genetics.
And they all escaped.
Yeah, the park wasn't strong enough to hold any of the dinosaurs.
The thing about this movie is, like, is that a good thing or a bad thing, right? Like, we brought dinosaurs back to life. And maybe that was the whole plan.
Yeah, that's kind of a it's like we could, but should we?
Oh, that's the old question in science.
Like you can't.
Like Orlando Bloom, man. He was everywhere in the 90s too. Can't forget those beautiful curls.
Orlando Bloom, Mr. Bloom.
Oh shit! Yeah, he was in a few things, right?
Yeah.
They didn't do a movie with Jim Carrey. That was a
Jim Carrey.
Earth Girls Are Easy. Sorry, getting off topic. Jurassic Park.
Bloom wasn't in that.
Yeah, he was.
That was That was the Fly. I forgot his name. We were just talking about him.
All right. So, if you guys can help us out with that, give us. We'll know by the time we read the comments, but
that's very true.
We'll see who's correct.
It's very true. But I do my research, so we'll figure this out after this.
Yeah, but this thing was a huge hit, right?
The Jurassic Park series, the first movie.
Didn't McDonald's make cups of them? I swear they did.
Hell yeah. They was one of the first to have those special made cups.
Things were pretty sweet.
Yeah, they were all right. They didn't last too long. Like you move them around too much and it was gonna break. So it was meant to be a collectible.
And that's when the slippers came out. People were wearing the slippers.
Yeah. It's like you're hearing that all day. Like you eventually gotta be like, all right, nobody move.
Yeah, that was that one freaky fucking dinosaur. The one that looks like the lizard that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah, this guy. They just showed him.
There
I
it is.
forgot his name.
There it is. That fuck face.
They just showed the guy, and I forget his goddamn name.
Yeah.
He played in The Fly. He's selling apartments now. I forget his name.
What?
Jeff Goldblum. That's his name.
Did I say that?
Did you?
I thought I said Jeff Goldblum.
You probably did. I don't remember now.
I hope I said Jeff Goldblum because that's who I meant.
Okay.
Did I say so? I probably did say a different name.
I don't know, but at the end of the day, he's a good actor. I've watched him. You've watched him, but this is one of my favorite actors ever. Jim Carrey is hilarious. Like from his stand up until they let him make a movie. He's been consistent. He's been consistent. I give him that.
Yeah, I love this thing. This movie was so funny.
Yeah, Ace Ventura was one of the funniest. Like you would never expect him to do the things that he was doing, and he did everything for the animals. It's like he would argue with drug dealers, he would kiss a dude, he would jump in a tank with a shark. He's a funny guy. That was one of the funniest parts when he was acting like the.
Just the whole character build too, like it's unique. It's uniquely that person. So how do you create that person?
Yeah,
right?
he's so animated. He's literally a human cartoon.
Irritating as fuck. In real life you want to hit him.
You saw them swings like he was giving it to him. Like this guy, he's determined to make you laugh, and that's one of my heroes.
Yeah,
like,
he works hard.
Yeah, he's funny as hell. And a lot of times he don't even try to do it. He just can't help himself. It's just so silly. That's why he had to make a second one. But we put the first one up because I don't know.
So it's a classic.
But between the both of us, I like the first one. Twiggers like the second one.
I'm a fan of the second one. It's one of those for me rare movies that the sequel outdid the original, the first.
So I love both of them, but it was I had to pick one. And then now we have that's been.
Oh man, when they first spoke about this, I think every kid was waiting for the next 2 years.
Dude, we the day it came out,
Mortal Kombat.
My family, my brothers and sisters, we all went down to the movie theater, and the movie theater was so full that there were people sitting in the aisles, and like I guess we got there late because they was like, "Yo, it's full up. It's full up." So we was like, "What do you mean it's full up?"
Yeah,
like,
man, everything was sold out. That's true. I do remember that too.
We freaked out.
We had the same problem. We drove almost an hour and a half out.
We watched it. We was like, eh.
I
was like, nah, not for all that hype. So
that's the problem.
I was pissed off. Like, yeah, they hyped it to death, but it was a pretty good movie. But they overhyped it,
Yeah.
But compared to the rest of them, this is the better one. The original was a better one.
That's not nostalgia just speaking for you?
It's a little nostalgia.
Part, right?
It's a little nostalgia. And I had my complaints then. I had a lot of complaints then because I was pissed about the Johnny Cage. I was pissed about the Goro. I was upset with
Johnny Cage and Goro either.
With Christopher Lambert being Raiden. Like, he didn't really fight nobody. I was concerned about that. But I had my gripes with it. But It was pretty good compared to the other ones. The other ones was
together.
more. It was more flash. They was just showing characters just to get rid of them at that point.
What's happening here?
Oh, this is one of my
Legos
favorites.
movie.
It's one of my favorite movies, Starship Troopers.
Nice.
It's all about bugs. So if nobody likes bugs, don't watch this movie because it's all about bugs.
Alien bugs, giant alien bugs,
Giant roaches.
Oh,
So it's the biggest water bug you've ever seen in your life. But this movie,
the human species join a universal space military, right?
yeah,
Something like that.
It's coming. It's coming. We're all gonna have to get together to build a spaceship.
Force.
Yeah, like race is going out the window because we're gonna have bugs attacking us. So we're gonna have to do something.
This was a fun movie, man. It's a really good, fun watch. Yeah, I recommend it to even like those of you folks now. That's probably way after the 90s.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
This is not gonna bore you. You definitely gonna have a good time.
Action, there's drama, suspense.
Yeah,
It's
maybe a little dated.
it's a love triangle in there. Yeah. Like if you like spicy stuff like that, if you know what I say. So it's well, like I said, if you can't deal with bugs, don't watch it. Because
wasn't this an adaptation of a comic or a book or something?
Yes, it was a comic book. It was a comic book, but this particular movie came out in 1997. But the comic book has been out since the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Or was it the 70s? I'm not sure. I really didn't watch the comic books. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get a hold of the comics myself, but
yeah,
they've been out for quite a while.
Yeah, I think they made a sequels and series of movies. I never seen any of them. They look too weak.
That was the first time I've ever heard of Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what that was before.
Oh man, fame. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, man, this is another one. Another one of my favorites. Dracula, Dead and Loving It, with Leslie Nielsen. That was one of the funniest. Leslie Nielsen and Mel Brooks.
Yeah, this thing was definitely a classic, funny as hell movie.
Definitely.
Leslie Nielsen movies. He was like on a roll for a little while too.
With the Naked Gun and everything like that. Mr. Magoo, like he was on a pretty good role.
I forgot he did Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. That's my dude. I always liked him, Mr. Magoo. But that's why I got excited when they made a movie and he was playing it. I was like, he's pretty good. Like especially when they had Naked Gun. Naked Gun was hilarious. And I didn't think OJ could act, but he was doing his thing. He
came on the second one, right? Like
OJ, yeah. He was in Naked Gun 2.5.
Yeah. And then they did 2 3/4.
Yeah, 2 3/4. That was funny as hell. But they know how to hold a joke.
Yeah.
Like especially Mel Brooks. He knows how to hold a joke. If anybody's ever seen a movie called Blazing Saddles, it's back in the 70s. Very, very funny movie.
I think a lot of those like film and enthusiasts. There's a lot of film enthusiasts out there who would likely know the film, and you'll probably hear it in passing or watching other movie reels about similar topics. Mel Brooks will come up, and that movie will come up.
Mel Brooks, yeah.
Blazing Saddles is classic,
yeah. Blazing Saddles will come up. Robin Hood, Men in Tights, because he definitely did that.
Not on this list because it's not in the 90s.
Yeah, that's not in the 90s.
But this right here, another one with this guy in it. And I think the name I might have said was Orlando Bloom. I really hope I didn't say that.
That's what you said. That's what confused me.
That's not who I meant.
He said Orlando Bloom.
The names are close. Similar. They're similar. They're close.
No. Orlando Bloom was the pirate.
I know who he is. I know who he is. I know who the snot box is, okay?
He was a pirate. He was fighting Jack Sparrow.
It's just the names for some reason linguistically confuses me.
Oh.
Yeah, so I said the wrong thing.
Okay, so for all those,
that whole thing about leaving a comment, it might be too late.
For all those Will Smith fans out there, here comes the original Independence Day, which was pretty good, I think.
Right.
Even though I'm not and there he goes, Jeff Goldblum. He was in this too. Yeah, he's doing a lot. Well, he did a lot, and he's still doing a lot.
He's just odd. He's an odd dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch his interviews. He's an odd person.
Definitely.
He's funny though.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yeah.
That's he looks like he could be related to Howie Mandel. Like they look like they could be brothers or
Look at that thing, man. That's horrifying, dude. That's why this movie was so like appealing. This was a crazy,
especially
blockbuster.
going towards 2000. Like everybody was scared of the Y2K and the shutdown, and everybody thought this was gonna happen for real.
Clinton was leaving office, and that was happening.
Nobody knew. They thought this was gonna be a real possibility, but we overcame. Like, it never happened. Yeah, it was just a movie, and put all your worries away. Now we got our own stuff to worry about, if you know what I'm talking about. And being that we're on YouTube, we can't really say what I'm talking about, but you should know by now. It's everywhere at this point. But this was a great movie. If you grew up back in the days.
Look how young Willie was. Ooh.
Yeah, babyface in it.
Oh, look who else. Speaking of babyface.
Speaking of baby faces, we got Jordan with the original Space Jams.
Look at that. So, animation still looks pretty good. Man.
Yeah, back then it was great.
Nice cell shading going on. Really
green screening and CGIing was on point back then.
Yeah, it's smooth even for today's standards. He's a little chopped. It's a little chopped.
Like
I was not bad.
I was a little disappointed in Bill Murray. Like he was funny, but it felt like he was just getting in the way on purpose. But maybe that was what he was supposed to do in the scripts.
Yeah, man. After that, everybody was singing. I don't know. Can I even say his name anymore? The dude that just got arrested for like taking young girls across state lines. Even though we all know he did a lot more. Well, let me stop before he's really pissed.
This is
very
YouTube.
Pissed about what I'm saying.
You don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to give some one big old honorable mention because he got its own little section way in the bridge. But the person who I think was one of the top action heroes, right up there with Rambo and the people that fought Predator and like people like that. Like we have Bruce the Man Willis.
Yep. He's the man with the plan. He's the Mr. Smooth himself.
Yeah, like his movies were surprisingly action packed.
Yeah. So we actually had to put him aside just to give him his own honorable mentions because we realized while making a list,
way too many movies.
A lot of the movies were Bruce Willis movies. So we decided let's put it to the end, give him his own separate honorable mentions, and then maybe if you guys like that, we can dive into one of those movies, titles or something that he's done.
Definitely, we can go over our favorites. You can tell us your favorites, and then we can put them together and see who's had the most laughs in an hour. We got to make it fun. Like try not to have war. Like we're just trying to be funny here. Yeah. And given our personal opinion, I thank you for everybody again, for all of you who left a comment and everybody that's subscribed. We really appreciate it. And once again, we're going to tell you that Bruce Willis is one of the action stars that's up there with the big boys.
Die Hard, if you guys don't know his Die Hard movies. They lasted all the way into the 2000s.
Yeah, and they still, I think they're trying to make another one.
Are they really? I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that was like an inside thing between him and Rambo, and it's like they're trying to top each other's movies, and nobody's paying attention.
Yep.
So that's great that they're still active to do that.
Yeah. And those writers, I wonder if all these writers in the 90s, are they still working? What's up with them?
Yeah. So if anybody knows anything, shoot it in that comment box. I hope we answered everybody's questions. And if we didn't, put it in that box and we'll make sure we get right to it. And this is another episode of Effed Up Radio. I am one of your hosts, Stabler Shady.
I'm Twigs Rivera.
We are going to be exiting your ear hole like a hawk in the thief of night.
Kakoi!
Thanks for coming, and we out here.